Let's talk about White Chicks. Hands down, this is one of the best comedy films ever. I mean, just look at the numbers. The Wayans brothers made $113.1 million with a budget of just $37 million. It doesn't get much better than that. But how did they do it? First off, I want to make it very clear that I love this movie. I think it's comedy gold, cinematic gold, all the golds. But I'm about to say a lot of things that diehard fans of this movie are not gonna like. So if that's you, just go ahead and click off now, please. Okay, now let's lock in. Let me sing this movie's praises for a second. I think the Wayans brothers are the best in the business when it comes to physical humor and creating funny characters, and this movie is a masterclass. Like nearly every character with voice lines has a memorable joke or phrase. That is so hard to do. Sometimes one or none of the characters have a joke in movies like this, but almost all of them do in White Chicks. Speaking of, they definitely took some crazy risks with this movie, literally letting a white woman say the N-word for the sake of a joke could have backfired terribly. But the undertones of political commentary in this scene were impossible to overlook. It acknowledged the fact that white people often only respect certain boundaries set by their black counterparts to simply appease them and not out of genuine respect. Not cool. Nonetheless, Marlon Wayans did have a brief social media beef with the cancel culture side of Twitter. Obviously, they wanted to cancel him, his brothers, and the movie just because white people said the N-word. No bueno. But Wayans argued that they only did it for the sake of the movie and he asked them to. Now, me personally, I'm not paying white women to say the N-word for any reason but to each his own. I still love the movie. I think this movie was very well put together and it passed the true test of a good comedy. It's just an overall good story, even without the jokes. You mean to tell me you wouldn't want to watch a movie about FBI agents going undercover to protect high-value targets from getting kidnapped? If you said no, you're a hater, and it's that simple. But hold on. This movie is not perfect. Oh, come on. No movie is perfect. You're being dramatic. Okay, now let's break it down. For starters, one could argue that this movie doesn't portray the black community in the best light. I mean, we got angry black women tropes. Literally, the only black women in the movie are seen fighting and yelling at the men in their lives. And black men being portrayed as bad employees, which is the entire plot of the movie, by the way. But these are nothing compared to the literal Mandingo. Terry Crews did such a good job at making me uncomfortable in this role the entire movie. It's like the director told him to go harass those white women over there and he was just like, sure, no problem. And this scene, my therapist will be hearing about this, as well as the Lord. Now, aside from watching Dr. Umar's worst nightmare unfold, this really is a great movie. I really don't have any complaints, other than all of the complaints that I just named. Anyway, without further ado, here is my rating. Drumroll, please. I'm gonna give this movie an 8.5 out of 10. Close to perfect, it really was great. I chose this movie to do my first ever video on because before now, I had never seen it. Oh, here you go again with the dramatics. Absolutely would recommend this movie if you haven't seen it already. Anyway, thanks for watching if you made it this far. I really do appreciate the support. I think this was a great first video. Alright y'all, it's been real. Play my outro, please.
He's one of the best scientific minds we have today.